Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. And this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Monica, and here is her story. Hi, Ollie. I came across this article. What caught my eye was the word millennial in the headline and a photo of a baby boomer that goes with it. I like your comments and your opinions in the videos about baby boomers and millennial societal narcissism and would like to hear some more. So here is one. Please see attached. Take care, Monica. And I clicked on it and I saw the headline and immediately I got goosebumps. So, novelist Danielle Steele says members of the millennial generation have no idea about hard work because they are too occupied with having fun. Okay, so the reason I got goosebumps because the name Danielle Steele, okay, brings back so many memories of Drunky. Okay, you know how I talked about how my father, there was friggin' Playboys and porn everywhere around the house. Okay, Danielle Steele books were my mother's porn. And she would sit there reading them, like twisting them and just salivating. And then she'd start. My mother had this thing where, obviously she was hypersexual all the time, all chaos. So whether it was just, histrionic chaos or sexual chaos. Like she would have this thing where she would over-dramatize things sexually. So she would read these passages from the book out loud, and I didn't know if it was actually in the book, she was over dramatized, but it was just, you think your father would do this, and like, it's like taking my breath away. Like, it's taking my breath away right now, thinking about, I remember those books, because the books all had, like, these sexually suggestive, they're romance novels. They are what they are. But when you're 11, 12, 13 and your mother's just salivating and reading this out loud and then reading it to my father out loud, you never... Nothing but chaos from that woman. So... And what is she, 100 at this point, Danielle Steele? I mean, how the hell old is she? Okay. She says their interest in having experiences, I guess meaning millennials, stops them from putting in the effort needed for success. Or it could just be that the baby boomers sucked every fucking dime out of the economy and they're all just dead broke. Who could afford to do anything anymore? Miss Steele, 71, has published 179 books. 179 books. Mainly romance novels. Yeah, I think my mother probably had most of them. Oh my Lord. Releasing up to 7 per year. With 650 million books sold, she is the best-selling author alive. Nothing against romance novels. They are what they are. 180 books? 7 a year. How do you pump out 7 a year without just being rewording the same crap over and over and over again? And she's 71, so she's same age as my mother when she died, so another baby boomer. So she was pumping out those books in her in her late 20s, early 30s. That's when my mother was all about those fucking things. Oh, she was so sexually chaos. It was just chaos, whether it was histrionic chaos or sexual chaos. I mean, it was just every moment, and these books were her porn. And she loved it. She loved just being sexually fucked up. Thanks, Laura. 650 million books sold. Best-selling author alive. Wow. 650 million books. That is a lot of fucking books. Holy Christ. She believes her own generation felt they had to sacrifice happiness. Is she serious? Oh, no wonder she can pump out 180 books. She's fucking delusional. And she's selling to a delusional generation, I guess, who lapped up what she was writing. How could you have 180 books of original content? It's not even possible. I know one person's got it. She's got a paperback writer's going to have to comment on this, you know. 100, how do you pump out 180 books? Even 7 books a year? How is that possible? How is that possible? Without it being the same regenerated crap. And that's not, I'm not saying the whole genre is crap, but I'm saying, how is it possible? To be nonstop thinking like that, to be putting out 7 a year, to constantly be in this sexual romance I don't know what that says about Danielle Steele, to be honest with you. I mean, to be putting out 7 books like that a year, like, you have to constantly be in that zone, right? She believes her own generation had to sacrifice happiness in their early careers to win comfort later. But that's not the millennial way. Everybody have to, well, necessarily happiness, but, you know, you got to work to get where you're at. I mean, I think you're right there. I wouldn't necessarily call it sacrificing happiness. I would call it, you just have to make sacrifices. I don't know if you're sacrificing your happiness, but that's how a baby boomer thinks. If I can't have everything I want right now, I'm sacrificing my happiness. No, you're sacrificing your wealth. You're making sacrifices to gain wealth in the future, but that shouldn't be your happiness. See, that's how the baby boomer thinks. They think in terms of stuff. Stuff is happiness to the baby boomer. And that really hurt. That really hurt. Ow. Oh. Damn. But she is right. That's not the millennial way. But there's no money. I mean, the millennials, to be fair to them, are fighting over scraps left behind by the baby boomers. They took it all. They took it all. And for now, this is what I'm talking about this generation, how they're going to sit on their fucking high horse and look down at you. And listen, this woman has sold 650 million books. That is an accomplishment, any way you look at it. But I'm thinking here, at 180 books, 7 of them a year, some of them have to be absolute shit, right? Right? But this is how the baby boomer, I mean, they pump it up because they think everything they produce is wonderful. It's the greatest thing ever. And they all enable and support each other's fucking bullshit. That's why you'll try to make like a pointed statement or try to make a point to a baby boomer or try to get your feelings across, and they'll fucking respond to you with a fucking Bob Seger lyric or something. They're fucked in the head. I mean, that's how they think. They think everything they've done, say, look at, think is so fucking profound. Like, why doesn't everybody, like why doesn't the skies open up and the heavenly sun, just heavenly light shine down upon me when I spout out my thoughts to the little people? That's how they think. This is a generation that has enabled each other in their own sociopathy. They've been participating, trophying each other for decades. For decades. Before there were physical participation trophies, just enabling their bullshit. How else do you explain 650 million in book sales and 180 books from a woman who's 71 years old? They expect to have a nice time, she said, and pardon me, but I think your 20s and a good part of your 30s are about working hard so you have a better quality of life later on. Fair enough, exactly. That's the point I'm making, and obviously she worked hard if she's producing 7 books per year. I don't know what kind of the quality of the work could be. Okay, but, you're not going to get through to her. You're never going to make her or her fans believe that with 650 million books sold. Like, it sounds like I'm a hater and I'm bitter. I'm not. I'm just looking at this logistically. Like, how could you possibly have 179 books? How could you possibly write 7 novels a year? 7 a year. That's more than one every other month. What is that, like one every 6.5 weeks, something like that? How do you even have time to formulate from one story to the next, to the next, to the next? How is it possible? Because the baby boomer believes no matter what they produce, it's golden. It's epic. And then they all support each other in their bullshit. The idea that young people were burning themselves out through hard work was a millennial affliction, she told Glamour magazine. A mother of 9, she recalled one... And she had 9 kids? Wait a minute, what? What? All right, at this point, I gotta say, and like her books just have to be recreations of each other, of one another, just reworded nonsense of the same. I mean, how could you have 9 kids and write 7 books a year? How is that possible? A mother of 9, she recalled one of her sons telling her that he refused to stay at the office beyond a certain time to preserve his work-life balance. She said this was never an option for her. I never expected that quality of life at 25. I had 3 jobs at the same time, and after work I wrote. Now it's a promise that it's all going to be fun. In a blog post about her children, she noted that 4 were working hard. Miss Steele once said that she wrote for 20 to 22 hours every day in her home office, even doing 24-hour sessions a few times a month when I feel the crunch. On her office wall, well, what kind of mother could she have possibly have been? How could she have raised 9 kids working 20, 22 hours? What kind of mother? I mean, she's basically admitting I'm a really shitty mom. On her office wall by the by the bespoke desk, designed to resemble a stack of her gold embossed books, is a sign that declares there are no miracles, there is only discipline. She revealed how she was shocked by current office life when she was taken on a tour of Amazon headquarters by the company's founder, Jeff Bezos. She was particularly astonished to learn that the staff were allowed to drink beer, play video games, and eat free food. She said there's a flood of bright young people there, but they're telling them, this is a family, this is fun, you can bring your dog to work. I mean, how do you focus with a dog there? I left with flea bites on my leg. I don't disagree with her on that. There is a bunch of children. But then her generation is what fostered this. Her generation is what fostered all of this. It looks like this was originally a Daily Mail article. I mean, she's not wrong. But what she's admitting here is she is the typical baby boomer, non-involved mother. She had 9 kids and she's working 20 to 22 hours a day. And listen, there is no knocking 650 million in book sales. And there's no knocking, there's no denying her success. It's clear. But what I'm saying is, what could the quality of this have been? Because I'll be honest with you, from the passages my mother read, they were all the same type of sexual friggin' passages, sexual friggin' escapades, and I mean, you're in that mode from 20 to 22 hours a day? With 9 kids? The rules don't apply to the baby boomer. I mean, the baby boomer thinks everything they've done is epic. Everything. And they enable each other in their beliefs. And then they're going to look down their nose at the millennials, okay, at these other, like, what's wrong with you? You don't work hard enough. You know, you sucked up everything. I don't even think in this day and age it would be possible to publish 179 books. That is a lot of books. I don't know. Maybe Paperback Writer could enlighten us a little bit more on that. So we'll see. But look, this is just another example of baby boomer bravado. That's all it is. She does make valid points about the millennials, but there's a reason why they're like that. And the reason why they're like that is because of non-involved parents like Danielle Steele had to have been. 9 kids, and how it's not possible. You're telling me she was an engaged mother? How could she have possibly have been? Unbelievable. So, thank you for your contribution and sending this in, Monica. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook, or not Facebook live chat, or sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Excuse me. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.